The following is rated AATGM. It contains strong language, violence, and nudity. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised. They made you laugh. They made you cry. They made you think. And now, they've reached the last of their double-digit episodes. Welcome to Alex and the Garbage Man. Now with
3.141592653926438462643383279502.
Shut up! Percent more garbage. Alex and the Garbage Man!
We are here. Great entrance as usual. Did you know that Tim Hortons makes shitty pizza?
I did not know this. The more you know.
Yeah, I just discovered this. And it's funny because someone's bitching about it on a roast and toast. And it's like, well, yeah, you went to Tim Hortons for pizza. Like, what did you think was going to happen? Of all the selections you could have made, that's what you made was Tim Hortons pizza. It makes no sense.
Frank.
Oh, Frank the Tank is here.
Frank. Hey, Frank. Where you been?
So,
and hello, Chad and Ryan.
So I'm not gonna fart, sneeze, move, or nothing because brand new computer, everything's been working great. Alex beat me on. I'm second to the show today, and my upload is like, well, at one point was 0.83. That was my upload. So, yeah. Hopefully everything works and we can talk. I'm going to have to use my phone because I don't want to do anything wrong and lose my internet. So,
yeah, we're going to have to start a change.org petition to Shaw and tell them to get Nick some better internet.
Well, we already have. We just had an agent out here a dude out here, and he's like, he did some things to it. And everything was fine yesterday because I did those videos for you. Everything worked fine.
Yep.
And now I jump on now, and here we are still. Fucking still.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of which, you got your coin purse with you?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Frank, if you didn't know, we've started a swear jar, so whenever one of us pops off at the mouth, we gotta,
do that.
Yeah.
I'm about to yell at an agent while I'm doing this show.
Hey, Frank's going to do double duty tonight, and he's going to give us inappropriate stuff just like Casey used to.
Remember that?
Thanks, Frank.
So, yeah. But, yeah, I wanted to start off with that because someone was complaining about the pizza at Tim Hortons. And, again, what did you expect?
Yes, Nick images freezes from time to time. In other words, his image burns in your brain because that's the effect that the Garbage Man has on us.
So am I freezing?
You're fine at this very moment.
Okay. Because, yeah, I got 0, but, like, I don't know if I need to, unplug my internet and start, like, I wonder what my Wi-Fi is. No, I'm thinking about it. Alex and Frank and Chad, how am I looking? Just curious. Because, yeah, this is just,
Dropping a few frames here and there, but you haven't froze yet.
Yeah. So let's see what my Wi-Fi is doing.
See, this is how we get more viewers. You tell a Shaw representative to watch one of our shows, and then we get more of a view count.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. No, I might have to exit for a quick second and go. Let's see. So no, even on Wi-Fi, my download is 8, 9. So yeah, there's
It's so strange.
yeah. I mean, like it's garbage. So
Which means it's perfect for Alex and the Garbage Man.
yes. So I gotta save this because I'm gonna. So, what do you want to discuss today? Because you're gonna take the bulk of this because I don't know when my internet's gonna be dumb.
Yeah. I think the last time Frank caught a live show of ours, we were complaining about, well, you were complaining about your internet. So the more things change, the more they don't. Right, Frank?
Yeah, no doubt, right?
That's the way it goes. Well, let me see what I got in the way of news stories that have been lying around for a while.
Yeah. I had something and lost it. Oh, so Chad went and watched Cocaine Bear.
I saw it on Saturday.
Yeah, what did you think?
It's fun, dumb entertainment. And because Frank is here, I'm going to use his tagline, stuff your face full of popcorn and enjoy.
Yeah. Yeah, Chadney didn't like it. Chadney was on a date.
Ooh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Tell me more.
I don't know anymore. I haven't talked to him yet. That's all I know.
Okay. Well, Chad, air your dirty laundry here on the show. Give us some content.
Right now, tell us.
Yeah.
Tell us all your secrets and shenanigans.
I like the fact that Cocaine Bear really harkened back to the 80s because Carrie Russell was wearing a pink tracksuit, which was just hilarious in and of itself because she's such a good, serious actress. And to see her it was great.
Excellent.
Yet not high art, exactly. But good old Ray Liotta was in it, and I teared up every time I saw him because he's gone now.
Yeah, that's right. He is gone.
Yeah, sucks.
Okay.
But maybe it's because of the vaccine.
Oh, frick.
What do you mean, thank you, no? Come on, man. You're on here often enough. Dish. Okay, never mind.
So my internet's so ghetto right now, I can't even see what they're saying.
Jesus.
It's not popping up in the chat for me.
Wow.
Yeah. No.
So it's freezing on your end even for the chat.
Yeah, like I don't even have the chat right now. Yep. And I keep bouncing up a bar or down a bar. So yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, wow is right.
All right, let me see what I got in the way of news stories to help pass the time. You probably will see this eventually, Nick. Everyone else will see it right away. Now, this is kind of old. This is from almost 3 years ago. I'm not too up on the times right now. Sorry, but it's just a quick shot. All right. I don't know why I saw this almost 3 years late, but a sexy Mr. Rogers costume. Now, that in and of itself, not now I'm on a show. That in and of itself, I'm not adverse to it, but I'm not a purist, at least when it comes to Mr. Rogers. If I see someone wearing this, yeah.
But I wouldn't even think that's Mr. Rogers.
Yeah, the color scheme kind of matches, but that's it.
Yeah.
But
yeah, comments, I mean, yeah, what?
Oh, the comments. Every day we step further and further into darkness. Yes, we do. But did we need a sexy Mr. Rogers costume? No, we don't exactly need it, but in this day and age, again, I'm not adverse to seeing something like this. Halloween or no.
Again, my brain wouldn't have went to Mr. Rogers. You know.
That's my favorite meme. Get out.
She can be my neighbor. Yeah, Frank, I would stick my hand up her and use her like one of those puppets.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that'd be fun. So, yeah. What do you think the worst song to get as an earworm is?
Ooh, where it just won't leave your brain.
Like I just had I put my Zeppelin shirt on and then Over the Hills of Far Away got stuck on my head. And that's an okay song to have as an earworm in your brain.
That's
I'm
pretty
okay
fun.
with that.
Yeah.
But what are songs that you just, if they get stuck in your head, you're just like, oh, this is the worst day ever.
Luckily for me in this day and age, a song, if it gets stuck in my head, it's there for about 30 seconds. And then Alzheimer's sets in. Ah, what a great time to... No one has ever uttered that sentence before.
Right? Yeah. Yeah.
Crumpled up in my... Yep. Good old Frank's got the bangers tonight. You must have been stealing from Jeremy before the show. Jeremy's got the bangers.
Bangers.
For me, it's one-hit wonders of the mid to late 90s.
Chubbawamba.
You know what? I like Tub Thumping because it's been so many years since I heard it from beginning to end. I get a bit of a nostalgic feeling for it, just like most songs from the 80s now. Blue, Dabu Dee Dabu Die. If that gets stuck, it's where's the bullet?
I know I've told the story, but I don't know if I'm pretty sure on the old show, but I worked. I was working in A Planer back in Mackenzie, and I came in 4 hours early because they needed someone to come in early. So I came in at 8 o'clock. So as I started my shift, I had a Walkman on, right, and the earbud in, and the first Walkman. That was the night that my Walkman froze, and I had to listen to the radio. It was so cold that the Walkman froze. And about 10 o'clock, Blue came on. And then I think it was about, 12 came on again. And then about 2 in the morning. And then it came on again about 6 when the morning show was in. So I heard that song 4 times.
Hits
in less than 12 hours.
Ugh. The reason I left Ryan's comment up, if you take out the middle 2 words, you got a great song. I'm Too Sexy and I Want to Die. Perfect emo song, I think.
Yeah. Allison Road. See, I don't mind Allison Road. It's a good song.
Not familiar.
Chad hates the Gin Blossoms with a passion, Frank.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, war in the chat between Chad and Frank.
I really like Hey Jealousy by the Gin Blossoms.
That sounds familiar. I think you've mentioned that before, but it's not coming to mind.
Yeah, Chad hates that song.
Yeah, this is the eternal argument between Jeremy and Frank, between 80s and 90s entertainment. Now, I was born in the 80s, but I have a particularly soft spot for 90s entertainment. However, I'm starting to lean more towards 80s entertainment since I'm diving more into that now. For example, today I watched a movie that was directed by the great Italian giallo filmmaker, let's say, Dario Argento, from 1987, Opera. Really good movie. Good Lord, that's a good movie. Opera. Yeah. It's
never heard of it.
It is a slasher movie, but it definitely takes its time and it's got great cinematography. It's almost not too it is kind of obscure in why some of the shots are there, but you could chalk that up to artistic choice. Very entertaining nonetheless.
Speaking of that, is there a movie, and we got good guys to talk about this now, that when you went back and watched it, you were like, oh, like it was that bad that you were just like, it killed, like where you should, like, it's one of those, I shouldn't have went and watched it because I remember liking it so much and now it was just so bad. Mine was The Dream Warriors. Like, I just had such great memories because, like, at the time, Okay, now hear me out before you say, "Oh, still." Okay, the story was okay for being part 3 of a horror series, but it was the CGI. Because it was, again, we're talking what, early 90s, right?
We're talking 80.
Is it late?
7.
Okay, so later 80s. So I realized the CGI, of course, is not going to be what it is now. Of course, it's not going to be. But it was so bad. It's like it took me out of it. And I just have great memories of watching, Nightmare back in like the early 90s, right? When I watched it. So is there a movie for you or anybody in the chat right now that when you went back to watch, you just like, oh. Oh, and don't be a menace to South Central with drinking your juice in the hood.
Yeah.
It was not as funny. I mean, Colin, we couldn't even finish it. I'm like, yeah, we can stop watching this now. Like, it's not as funny as I remember.
Yeah, I remember watching that on home video in, I think, 1997, because it came out in 96. And I thought it was pretty hilarious back then. I watched it again, I think 2 years ago, and it had a few chuckles, but that was about it.
Isn't that sad?
Yep, Ryan gave a great example. Air Force One, when you get the crash of the plane, yes, terrible CGI. Ugh.
Yeah.
It's like the majority of the budget went to pay off Harrison Ford, and then they had $30 left. And we got to put in the plane crash.
Yeah, and we're going to make it look absolutely horrific. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, we're going to completely take you out of the movie with that. That brings up bad CGI. So the earliest CGI that I remember in a movie was Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade from 1989. Right near the end, when the main bad guy, he drinks from the cup, and spoilers, he picked the wrong cup and he died. And the CGI on that was great. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying, early CGI, there are some great examples and there are some terrible examples. You got something.
I'll be back in 1 to 2 minutes.
Whoa.
I'll be right back.
Whoa. All right. He's gone. So, CGI in movies. Well, I shall pull up my movie list after I close 5 other windows. I wonder, out of all the movies I've watched, go back to I don't remember anything from Waterworld. I'm looking through 95 and 96 right now. There are so many movies that I look through my movie list every once in a while, and some titles jump out at me. Some titles will always jump out. Like Seven from 1995. I will never not remember something from that movie. But then you take from the same year, Tank Girl from 95. I remember watching that on video at my best friend Brad's place way back in the day. Don't remember a thing about it. Species, I kind of remember. Showgirls, What do you got? The first that featured the Scorpion King. That was that the third? I think that was the third, because that was 2001. Oh, Jesus, I've only seen Shallow Hal once. I remember Jack Black was in it, but that's about it. Yeah, I don't remember too much. Was that Gwyneth Paltrow in a fat suit? Yeah. Yeah, that's one of those late 90s, early 2000 comedy. I think that was from the year 2000. Yeah, probably doesn't hold up. I've only seen it. That's one of those flash in the pan. Well, I'm going to watch this at this point in time, and then I'm going to move on. Unfortunately for me, that's a lot of movies that I'm watching right now. Again, from 1995, New Jersey Drive. Nothing comes to mind. We'll go back further. How about 93? Nothing with CGI that I can see at the moment. Jesus, I keep thinking Nightmare Before Christmas was from like 95 or 96, but apparently it was from 93. And it was not directed by Tim Burton. Frank reminded me on his show a few weeks ago, because for some reason, Tim Burton is tied to that movie. He was a producer, I think, right, Frank? And yeah, I just think of Tim Burton, but it's not him. The Dark Half, The Crush, The Baby of Macon. Baby and Macon, that is a crazy movie from 1993, directed by Stephen Greenaway. Jack Black, he's like some of those other comedy people that appeals to some people and not to a lot of others. I'll watch him every once in a while. You watch films like Shallow Hal or Envy. School of Rock was really good for him. There was another one he did, and I'm blanking on it, so I'm going to move on. I'm not going to keep you stuck here. Yeah, Jack Black is okay. He's not bad. Searching for Bobby Fischer. Great movie. Schindler's List. I can't remember if that had CGI in it or not. Judgment Night from 93 with Emilio Estevez and Dennis Leary. Really good movie. I think Stephen Hopkins directed that one. Good movies. That's one of those movies where cinematography, even though the story is good, cinematography is key. And there's a lot of really good tracking Steadicam shots in that movie. I highly recommend that movie. The first time I saw that movie, I can't remember when it was, but I loved it immediately. Now I'm getting into 92, and I'm not seeing anything with CGI. Oh, Tetsuo 2. I think that was all practical effects. That's a Japanese movie. Can't remember. Jesus, Simple Men. Simple Men from 92. That Hal, not Hal Holbrook, because that's an actor. Hal, who directed The Unbelievable Truth and Trust from 89 and 90. It's that writer-director who did Simple Men. Can't remember. Not going to look it up. We'll skip forward a little bit. How about 2000? Any CGI there? Ready to Rumble. That was fun. I watched that, I think, early this year, late last year. I watched Ready to Rumble for the first time. Decent movie. We've turned into the movie show. Sorry, Frank, I'm taking over now. No, I'm kidding. Romeo Must Die. At least part of that was filmed here in Vancouver. Really good movie. Hey, there's one with some CGI. I remember the final fight between Jet Li and the other actor. Can't remember his name, but when they both jump up and Jet Li does the block kick and then the other kick, which goes onto the top of the guy's head, and then it zooms in to see his spinal cord being crushed all the way down. There's a good example of CGI, even though it's drastically different than the footage you see in the film, like the film grain and such. It fits within the movie. Wow, you need to lay off on your pudding because I, Robot was 2004. Yeah. You're not far off. I'm just saying. Yeah. I don't even recognize the name of that director. I have no idea what else that guy's done. I, Robot. Yeah, thanks for catching up. You should go back to rocking back and forth and wiping rice pudding off your chest, hey? No, I'm kidding. Tell us more about your date or shut that hole in your face. Titanic, 1997. Here comes the garbage man. Okay. Sound okay so far?
Oh, no, I've already got, like, unstable condition already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's frozen. What the hell?
Can you hear me at least?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, but you can't, like, I'm freezing, though. Awesome.
At the moment, your frames look decent. Giggity. That's not a giggity. What am I talking about?
No.
You got some nice, smooth frames, bro.
Yeah, no, there's the upload, yeah.
You got 0.5 upload?
No, 2.3. Oh, it's going up now. Oh, geez, we're fucking cooking with peanut oil now. Holy shit.
Yeah, I don't believe
None of these count.
Nope.
4 for an upload.
Oof.
Yeah.
Well, while you were tagged out, we were talking about movies. I was trying to find movies that had CGI, good or bad. I came up with Romeo Must Die for good CGI.
Good CGI? Fuck, it's been so long since I've seen it.
And another coin in the jar.
That one counts.
Yes.
So yeah. So now, well, it's weird. So now I need to do another speed test because now my signal thing went away. Like the signal picked up. So now I'm curious.
And your frames look good.
And now I'm doing a speed test. Let's see.
Yeah.
My signal stayed up.
Yeah. Giggity.
Giggity. I'll see what they say now because I just said I'm calling Telus tomorrow. Like I'm calling Telus tomorrow. Oh, my upload. There goes the upload all of a sudden.
Oh.
Now my upload's up at 90.
It was a conspiracy by the Bilderbergs.
You know, I like that one.
The Bilderbergs.
I have a confession to make too about crappy CGI.
Yeah.
Not crappy, but it was like, oh man. I watched The New Hope last weekend. It was just on TV after wrestling it was on. So I just flicked it, put it onto there, and it was kind of like I still really like it, but it's like, oh, like you just see it now, right? Again, when I was a kid and watched it, it was unreal, right?
Yeah. That is a good example. I remember when I watched the Star Wars trilogy, the original trilogy, I had to be at least 5. And of course, we rented them on video. I don't know if I rented all 3 or if it was the first and the second and the third or whatnot, but I was blown away at the time.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah. And then the prequels came along.
And you know what? A lot of so I got to read this to you guys. Okay, so sorry, we're going back to this internet stuff. So the guy was just here on Friday. Okay, he's been here so many times to fix cable issues and issue. He knows my dog's name.
Wow.
Right. So he says to me, "I see there's sorry to hear you can't load a site on your computer. I'm seeing issues with uploads and errors linked to the modem. This seems like an area issue. We will need to book a technician to troubleshoot this further." And I'm like, no, he doesn't need to come here again. I'm not doing that again. Like, he was here Friday.
So what are they going to say? Well, we're going to replace your modem. We'll be back in a week with another one.
Yeah, like that's just it. And that's the thing. There's more of an issue here.
Yeah.
Because now like at 110 upload. Awesome. I'm going to run another speed test. Write me out. Look at where my download's still not where it should be, but it's like 300 down.
It's pretty good.
400 down. Yeah, so I don't get what the hiccup was, and all of a sudden it's like, hey, we're good now. Hey, one of my favorite characters who was just an unbelievable, like, I maybe he was this way in real life, and maybe Frank can say that he knew more living in America, but when Will Ferrell did Harry Carey is one of my favorite over-the-top impressions of a person that you're wondering, like, I wonder if the real Harry Carey was he that bad as a drunk and whatnot, right? Kind of like when Will Sasso does Kenny Rogers on Mad TV, which I love.
Yep.
It's like, okay, and Will Sasso even said in interviews, he's like, I've never met Kenny Rogers. I have no reason to think that this is how he is. This is just a character that I did, and I went with it, and then now it's, for a lot of people, myself included, it's like an immortalized version. I love Will Sasso's Kenny Rogers.
Yes. Yeah, because I don't listen to Kenny Rogers' music. I have never seen an interview with Kenny Rogers, but I would not think for a second that the way Will Sasso portrays Kenny Rogers is how Kenny Rogers is in real life. It's taking artistic license. It's using creativity. Plus, when you're in the context of Mad TV, you can go absolutely anywhere with it. And he's a comedian too. So that gives him even more license.
Exactly. So I don't think enough people gave Mad TV and given Mad TV enough credit. You know.
Maybe. It was pretty popular back in the day, I remember.
Yeah, back in the day, but no one talks about it the way, well, like Saturday Night Live is, right?
Yeah.
But Saturday Night Live is still going.
It is, and it's pretty much a staple. I don't know that Saturday Night Live is all that great as compared to what it used to be, because I haven't watched in almost 20 years.
Yeah.
But if people aren't talking about Mad TV now, it might be because they didn't have stuff that was all that great and long lasting, aside from maybe Jackass with Kenny Rogers and maybe a Stewart and a few other
Mrs.
characters.
Swan. I should look like a man.
Okay. So it's taking that aspect of him getting worked up and then amping that up for entertainment value.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense. Yeah, a lot of people do that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm just reading the comments because again I missed a bunch. The Mummy movie with The Rock, the Scorpion King, that was pretty bad. That was pretty terrible.
Yeah, and that was the finale of the movie too.
Yeah. Oh, so bad.
Yeah.
I was just kind of reading these. Why did Nightmare Before Christmas get brought up?
Something to do with CGI.
Okay, amazing. Did anyone say it didn't hold up? I thought it's excellent. We just watched it.
No, sorry. I brought it up because I was looking through my movie list looking for CGI in the early 90s, and for whatever reason, it sticks in my mind that Nightmare Before Christmas came out in 96, when in actuality it was 93. I remember seeing it in the theater.
I'd like to say I do, just to sound like I'm like with it, but I don't think it did. I have a bad CGI. I only remember the last time I watched it. Dragonheart.
Ooh, 96.
I enjoyed the movie. Again, I remember I watched a little bit of it and I stopped. Because I was like, it looked bad. So I'm like, I remember really liking it. And I was like, okay, I'm going to stop watching it. Because I really liked it and I didn't want it to get ruined. So, just recently watched The Fifth Element again, and that still holds up pretty good.
Like the whole thing overall?
Yes. Oh my God, it's an amazing movie.
Yes. Yet Luc Besson, he did a lot of great stuff in the 90s. If you go back to La Femme Nikita, which was from, I think, 1990, and then the American version of that, which was from 1993, starring Bridget Fonda, called Point of No Return, which I watched last year. Decent movie, but La Femme Nikita is far superior. And then you got Leon, otherwise known as The Professional, when I saw it. Amazing movie. Jean Reno, great actor. Hey, Freak Nasty gives the love on Facebook. Thank you.
So, yeah, now, so again, so this will be the ongoing rolling of the show now. Okay, so I told them I'm calling Tell because they want to bring another guy. So this is what he says to me: the guy was here Friday afternoon. So this is Monday evening. I said, like, I don't want him here. I was like, this is ridiculous. He was here Friday. I know it's frustrating, but we need a tech to address the issues in person. The last tech was able to resolve the issues that were occurring at the time. It appears as though there's a new issue and likely relate to the area. The infrastructure your services are connected to. What is the best? And again, what's the best number? Like, I don't want him here. Like, I don't want him here right now. Like, I don't want the guy back here again for an issue that should have been fixed on Friday. And I said, I'm calling TELUS tomorrow. Thank you.
Yeah.
I completely understand. We want to fix the issue you were experiencing. And if you're open to it, we would still recommend a technician, as this could be an intermittent issue where your speeds are fine for a little while, then go back to lower than they may be. May I go ahead and book a technician to come, like, I can transfer you over to customer service, who might be able to offer you promos and credits for degraded service. Yeah. Right?
I wouldn't even bother replying.
Yeah.
Not worth it.
No. Well, the thing is that when it comes to, I know it is just like Cornet with Spectrum, is I'm still locked with these guys for a year, and who knows? See, Jim Cornette has the same issue with Spectrum. He's paying out the butt for internet service, and he's not getting his service, and he just finally gave up because it's good enough to get him to do what he.
I wonder, you don't have to tell us, Freak Nasty, but if you got Shaw, then I sympathize. It seems that now I think I had Shaw years ago. I don't remember any issues, or at least many, but it's almost like Shaw is the Canadian version of America's Comcast.
Well, it seems like Spectrum is the new crap one, because that's one Cornet and a lot of people have messaged in into his show saying that they have the same thing and it's horrible. Absolutely atrocious. Yeah.
Now, one of the things that the guy said in the message to you was that it's something to do with the area you're in. Well,
yeah.
if that's the case, then there's got to be probably an entire overhaul of wherever the box is, the transformer, the station in that area.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Like, I've been complaining. Was bitching a swear word?
I think it's more acceptable now.
Yeah, should we run like a curse word is something like anything you can say on TV you should kind of be okay to say on this show, really?
Yeah,
on Friday nights at like 8:00 on NBC.
Yeah. Let's go with George Carlin's rules. 7 words you can't say, yes. So if we avoid those words, we're okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that bit.
Yes, of course. Yeah,
that was great.
So, now I'm trying to think of other crappy movies. Well, really, I mean, talk about well, it wasn't really. It's not CGI, of course, but there are some things when you go back and watch, like Friday the 13th, like number 3 when they shoots the arrow and you can clearly see it's on the string as it goes towards the eye. If Jason Takes Manhattan. For anyone that goes back to look, when all the kids are getting onto the raft and they look up and look at Jason, you can clearly see the sprinkler spraying the water down on their heads.
Yeah.
So, hey, they screw up. So obviously you were not a fan of Jason Takes Manhattan at all?
You know what? I watched it as a kid because I had it on home video. I had it on beta. I think I bought it from Wayne at Shoppers Video.
Yeah.
And I would watch it over and over and over again. I had a certain novelty to it, but because my brain is trained now to look for stuff like this and really listen to the lines and look at the shots, the novelty is kind of worn off, but there's still a little bit of nostalgia there. But I don't think I've watched it through in a good 2 or 3 years.
Wow, I think the last time I watched Manhattan, I couldn't even honestly tell you. Me and Colin every once in a while he'll get like, "Hey Dak, we watch some Friday the 13th," because I bought the Blu-rays. I think it was like $30 for the whole collection.
Bargain basement.
I think I got it off Amazon actually, but we watched. I think we got up to just after. I think we got to 7, and that's where he tapped out. And if you go on that number 7, it is. I watched the commentaries in the extra, and they do carry on about how they were supposed to be way different. Like when the guy came out of the water. Spoiler alert. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. When he comes out and grabs Jason and pulls him down, like he was supposed to be all like bleh, gross and stuff, but they wouldn't let him, or like the budget. It was something silly. And that's why he looked normal when he came out of the water after being in the lake for
20 years.
20 years, yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I like, even though some of them are corny movies, like you had mentioned, and when you mentioned Friday the 13th Part 3, that's what I was thinking of. There's some stuff that I will let go, even though it looks corny as hell.
Yeah.
That it's just the novelty of it that I love.
Yes. It's I think not even just maybe not even just the novelty. Is it also the fact that it brings you back again to a great time when you're like, oh, I was an innocent kid who just liked watching stupid movies, and life was so much simpler back then.
That too, but I hadn't seen part 3 until at least, oh, I have no idea, but I wasn't a kid when I saw it. I remember seeing part 2 when I was a kid, and I saw part 6 when I was in grade 6, and part 5 in grade 6, and then part 8 in grade 7, and then it just went from there. But uh, it's yeah, it's something to do with, growing up at the time, not knowing a whole lot, and just enjoying entertainment for entertainment's sake with that simple, small mind, I guess you could call it.
Times were so much simpler back then.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I remember watching Pet Cemetery 2. Give me the heebie-jeebies. I watched it again a couple years ago. I'm like, this is stupid.
I haven't seen that yet, but I'm going to, despite you saying it was stupid, because I want to see it.
When I was younger, I really enjoyed it. It was a creepy story, but yeah, no, and I didn't even bother with the new Pet Cemetery. Again, was one of those ones I heard too many bad reviews on, so yeah. I just didn't. It's one of those things. If a movie's split and some people are like, oh, it's so dumb, and other people are like, yay, I'll be like, all right, I'll give it a whirl, right? But if the majority of people are saying it's horrible, I'm probably not going to, give it the time of day.
Mm. Speaking of Edward Furlong, there was a movie that I saw on home video way back in the day, and I'll tell you what that is in a minute. On the IMDb, the picture of him, it's from when he was, I don't know, 1920. Come on. So
update
it. He did a film back in, I think it was 1990. Yes, 1994. It's called Brain Scan.
No.
I watched that on home video. I thought it was pretty cool, but I watched it again last year. Not great. There were some good shots in it, and the guy who played the what's that character's name? The trickster. That actor was very good, but the movie itself, not so much.
Okay, next question. For the chat and yourself, of course. Batman Forever. Thoughts?
I remember seeing Batman Forever in the theater.
So do I.
Mackenzie.
So do I.
With Dustin and Bubble. And I loved it. I was so hyped after I watched that movie because Jim Carrey, he was electrifying in that performance. I couldn't get enough of it.
Mm-hmm.
Edward Furlong. It'd be nice if he cleaned up. I think he could do some good stuff, but he's got to get clean. Like, he's got the experience. He's been in enough films over the years that he could do something decent, but he's got to get clean.
Reverend Ryan loathed it. Interesting.
Oh. How you doing? What do you think about the new Exorcist? The new one that's going to come out this year?
I didn't know there was a new Exorcist.
There will be a new Exorcist. I think it's going to be directed by David Gordon Green, who did the recent Halloween trilogy. I'm very, very hesitant about it because I love the original so much.
Mm-hmm.
I love it so much. There's that to me is one of the perfect films from the 1970s. In a decade full of great films and great filmmakers, The Exorcist is way up there. Like, if not number one, very close to it.
Mm-hmm. I loved it. I remember I watched when I was younger, and then I watched it again just before I moved. So I would have been like 24 or 23 because I watched it with my mother, and scared the bejeet. Still, like, oh man, like, I think because I watched the original without like the the coming downstairs, like the spider walk downstairs and all that stuff.
Mhm.
That wasn't on the original, right? So I remember when I watched it with my mom, like we both jumped there. Both of us scared the crap out of both of us, right? Because we weren't ready for it. So I know we went on about to Bolo's question. Back to Batman. I thought Jim Carrey was amazing because we kind of moved off that really quick. I thought his portrayal of the Riddler was excellent. It was absolutely amazing. I didn't think Tommy Lee Jones did a horrible job at Two-Face. Like, I thought he did okay. And I didn't mind Val Kilmer as Batman. But Jim Carrey stole the show. Like, could you imagine if Jim Carrey had been with Michael Keaton?
Oh,
That would have been awesome. You wouldn't have liked that?
no,
With
because
Michael as the Batman?
Keaton plays Batman a lot more serious, and props to him because he's got the chops. He had the chops back then, even when people said, "Oh, Michael Keaton is Batman. This movie's going to suck," and then it was awesome.
It was awesome.
But I think there would be too much of a tonal difference between Keaton's Batman and Carrey's Riddler, because the movie was directed by Joel Schumacher. So the tone was far different than what it was in Batman and Batman Returns with Tim Burton. Like, Tim Burton likes to go dark, and Schumacher not so much, especially with Batman Forever. So I don't think it would have worked. I like, because Kilmer had a good look to him, and he did play it a little bit light at times. There was still a seriousness, but I think Kilmer versus Carrey, I think that was a better, chemistry matchup.
So, but can we all agree that Batman and Robin sucked?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we can all agree with that. I don't think anyone's going to sit there and be like, "Oh, what are you talking about? It was a great movie." It was awful.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
It was, yeah. There's nothing that you can look at and go. I don't think there's any qualities that are saving that whatsoever.
Yeah. And I'm an idiot because I saw Zapata first instead of the first name, and I immediately thought it was his wife.
Oh, he thought it was.
Sorry, Bolo. I'm sorry.
But then here's a question coming out of Batman and Robin. And maybe it's just me, maybe everyone will agree with me. I've never found the attraction with Uma Thurman. Like for looks and stuff like that. Like, I never I've heard people say she's sexy, and I don't see it. I didn't mind her. Like, I think she's an all right actress. I really liked her in Pulp Fiction and Kill Bill. Can't think of any off the top of my head right now. Other ones I didn't like this. I didn't like Batman and Robin at all. But I think, I don't get the appeal of her as it would be like a sex symbol, I guess. And not that should be all she was about. Because again, she was awesome in Kill Bill, and her part in Pulp Fiction, she played very well.
Yep.
But yeah, I never got the huge, like, I didn't find her that attractive, I guess.
I had never really thought about her in that light. I remember seeing her in The Truth About Cats and Dogs with Janine Garofalo, and she'd been in some other stuff that doesn't come to mind at the moment. But yeah, I don't mind seeing her on screen because she has an interesting line delivery about her, and she can say the lines, move to the marks, she can do the action. That's fine and dandy. But aside from Pulp Fiction and Kill Bill, I can't really recall any special performances from her. And Stephen gave us a like on Facebook. Thank you, Stephen. Really appreciate it. And Alma gave us some love. Thank you.
See, and that Uma started as a model, and I don't see it. I don't know.
You know who else started as a model and then got into acting? Famke Janssen. From GoldenEye, where she played Xenia Onatopp.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, frick,
yeah. She was great.
Yeah.
My super actor envy. Be cool. Yeah. Oh, really? Dangerous. 1989. John Malkovich, Keanu Reeves. It was a decent movie. I don't remember too much about it.
Have you seen the video of, was it Bill Hader doing John Malkovich in front of John Malkovich? And
No.
John Malkovich is like, "I don't sound like that." And Hader's like, yes, you do sound like this. My sister sent me a video, and I think it's a good one for our Karens. I can share it, and I got to see.
Yes, please.
My internet's not being dumb right now. Look at that. I'm looking at that. I'm going on Facebook, and my internet's actually holding up. Holy crap! I
Ooh.
liked The Devil's Advocate. I haven't seen it in a long time, but I remember really enjoying the film.
Yes, same here. I love Al Pacino. Keanu did a serviceable job, and Charlize Theron was in it as well. She's great.
Oh, she's so awesome. Well, okay, I can't say so awesome. She's beautiful. That's just like, yeah.
She's been around for a long time, and I can't remember the movie she did in '96. I think it was directed by Brian Helgeland. But she ages very well. She is doing great. She was in a movie. Oh, Jesus, was it 2000? Atomic Blonde? That I would watch Atomic Blonde and Hardcore Henry as a double bill because those movies are great.
No, what was the one I was thinking of? Monster with her and Christine Ricci.
2003, yes.
Great movie. And I mean,
Excellent.
I'm into serial killers and true crime. So, and after reading up about Elaine and then see like after the fact, of course, because I had never heard of her, and like Charisse nailed it. She freaking nailed it.
Trial and Error. No, I haven't. I'm gonna look at that right now.
Yeah, no, I've never heard of that either. What else was she in? Like, was she in the Italian Job?
Yes.
Okay, that's where I'm thinking. Okay, cool. All right, there. You want to know a guilty pleasure movie of mine is, and maybe I need to watch it again. Maybe I don't because it will. I know it was cheesy back then. The Big Hit starring Mark Wahlberg.
I liked that
loved
movie.
it. Back in the day, I used to watch it all the time. And John Lake, no, Lou Diamond Phillips, right?
Yes.
No, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so great. I loved it. And I don't know if I want to watch it now because it was cheesy back then when I first watched it. I can just imagine how bad it would be now.
And Bokeem Woodbine was in that one too. That was
Is
good.
that the guy that like he's like you be straight jacking, right? When there's like he's all about masturbating, no more women. Is that the dude?
Yeah, because near the end of the film, Mark Wahlberg looks at the wall and there's a poster of him on it.
Yeah.
That's the guy. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That's it. 3 Days in the Valley from '96. Yeah, that was an okay movie. That Thing You Do, pretty good movie. I think I saw that last year. Reindeer Games. Oh man, with Ben Affleck. It was an okay movie for the director who had done a lot of great stuff before that. It was kind of a letdown, but it was a movie. And some of it was filmed in Prince George.
It was. And I stayed in that little crappy hotel too. For that reason. Just to say that I stayed there. So I did.
I got to see Trial and Error. It's got Michael Richards and Jeff Daniels.
Jeff Daniels. Why am I Jeff Daniels? That's not Dumb and Dumber.
Dumber.
Yes. Okay. So when we were back home, I don't know if I mentioned this at the time, but we went back and watched Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah.
And well, it didn't hold up as good. Like my nephew, who like I thought this would have been his wheelhouse, he was kind of like, meh. But they added like there was a bunch of deleted scenes that they included in it, and I was like, oh, it kind of, I don't know. It explained a little more, but at the same time, it was like it didn't really need it in there. Like the scene where like Jim Carrey's taking a pee and then Cam Neely comes in and like he's gonna make him like give him fellatio in the toilet. Yeah. But they actually show a whole scene where Cam Neely like takes his pants down and he's wearing like a thong and stuff. I'd never seen it till then, and I was kind of like, oh, yes, Charlize Theron was awesome in A Million Ways to Die in the West.
Yes,
that's the other one I was thinking of. She was awesome in that movie. Yeah, see, Ryan just said it. It was that whole movie. If you can't watch A Million Ways to Die in the West and at least laugh, I'd say at least 5 to 10 times, there's something wrong with you. Yeah. Oh, that was so. That was so. Like, it was so. when Buddy was gonna have sex with his wife, like Silverman, there, it's like, oh no, that's the way it's supposed to look. He's like, oh, are you okay? Holy crap! Yeah, great. Oh, what an awesome movie, Charisse.
Yes.
Yeah, and Liam Neeson's in it, and Liam Neeson's pretty solid in everything that he does.
Pretty
Even
much,
the
yeah.
even the cheesiest movies that he's in is still like, yeah, no, it's still pretty good. Still pretty good.
Some of the movies that he's done in the past few years, because he's an action hero, it kind of gets bogged down, but there have been a few that were pretty decent.
The Gray.
The Gray was excellent.
Amazing. The Gray, I like, though it was getting a little old, they've stopped them finally, but the Takens, I enjoyed. If Taken's on TV, there's a good chance I'm gonna waste 2 hours watching Taken. It's kind of like John Wick. Oh, John Wick's on. Well, there goes the next 2 hours of my life because I need to watch it. So
yeah. The Ice Road was pretty good. The Marksman was okay. Honest Thief was okay. Cold Pursuit. Maybe I'm thinking of Cold Pursuit rather than The Ice Road. Ooh.
Man on Fire was awesome. But that was Denzel.
Yeah, that was good. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, man, that was a great movie. That, like Denzel, so Man on Fire and The Equalizer was awesome.
Equalizer was pretty good. I've seen that twice now. I saw it and then my girlfriend wanted to see it. It was pretty good.
I like the with Christopher Walken is doing the speech about like how he's about to paint his masterpiece. You know, when he's looking for the girl in Man on Fire, because Christopher Walken is in that with him, right?
Oh wow, I haven't seen it in years.
Yeah, and he does that speech. He's saying, like, I think his name's Creasy. And he's like, he's about to paint his masterpiece because he's looking for the girl that they kidnapped. And like that's one of those movies where like the setup happens, he gets shot, they kidnap her, and you're thinking when he's like, I gotta find her, you're like, just here, I'm just gonna put $1 in there, and you're just sitting there like, just go kill those motherfuckers, every one of them, and you're just like, yes, go kill them, just go kill them, right? You just get so into it, you're like, yeah, I just want you to kill every one of them.
The Deer Hunter. Oh wow, I haven't seen that since 2003, I think 2003, 2004, and I swear I borrowed that movie from the public library here. I swear that's where I got it from. It was I think it started off, pretty okay, but of course it's the climactic scene near the end with the 6-shooter. That was amazing. I can't remember too much about it. I should probably watch someone's review about it so that the clips, refresh my brain. But I don't remember too much about it, unfortunately. It is hailed as a great movie, of course.
Where's that video? This isn't a Karen thing, but I got a funny video I wanted to show you, and it just made me giggle. Oh, where is it? I can't find it. I had it and I lost it. Yeah, and I lost it. That's perfect.
Drink.
Yeah. Do you want to watch some epic fails?
How long is that? They're usually about 10 minutes long, those
How long is
compilations.
this one? Let's see. I don't know.
Sure, let's go through a minute or so of it.
All right. Yeah, I think I got a line on another screen. So I've only got one screen right now. So when you share your screen, do you share a window or do you share entire screen when you do with the one?
What I usually do is share a window. So I open a different window and I've got other tabs in that.
Okay, let's see if this works. Here, okay. Yeah, I'm sorry, folks. I'm messing with this now. So let's. There Okay, window. Oh, see, I don't know if I can do this. See, I can't do sound either. But that's
Well, that's
fine.
strange.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
Let's see some stupidity. Oh!
Oh!
This one. Oh!
Jesus. Well, at least you got up from it. Yeah,
Oh!
that never ends well.
No. Oh.
The hell was that?
She just fell.
Oh, great idea. Uh-huh.
Okay, that was fake, but anyways.
Oh.
Oh, this is gonna hurt. Oh, ow.
That's a classic one.
Yeah. Oh, I broke my butt. Oh. Holy shnikes. Oh, did you see the death warble right before it happened? Hit the death warble. Oh. Oh, why? Why would you think? Oh, like, look at this blazing. Why? Oh. Well, that's it.
All right.
That one wasn't bad. Oh,
That
gosh.
helped.
Brutal.
You broke my heart. See, now I'm missing the nostalgia of Brody versus Really. Haven't seen Really in a while. Frank, have you seen Really Mysterious around lately? See, that was a great shot from Godfather 2, where I think it's Fredo. He's in the boat, and the shot just zooms in on him.
Yeah.
Nice and slow. I love those slow zoom ins. They're so good, especially from the 70s and the 80s. Any Stanley Kubrick film that you watch that has a slow zoom in is masterful, especially Jack Nicholson in The Shining. Slow zoom in on him where you see him break. And that's really subtle acting. If you watch that shot where the camera just goes in on him nice and slow, very slow, and you see just the slightest tinge in his eyes, and then you can understand kind of what Kubrick was looking for when he does 30 and 40 takes, because he's looking for this and that and that, and then I want that to happen and this and this and this and that. So then you might understand why it took 2 years to film Eyes Wide Shut. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's on Twitter. Well, like I said to Nick a few shows ago, blow him up. That's all right. He's got his own thing going on. It's all right.
No, he doesn't. He's old as tits. What has he got going on?
That's Chad.
He's trying not to die.
That's Chad again.
Well, no. Chadney just likes his pudding.
Pudding.
All right. Have we got some Karen videos?
Yep.
Yes.
Bring
on the bitches. Oh, he's deep in thought, folks.
Yeah. I'm looking for one that's, Jesus, not too long. Okay. All right. I got one for you. Now, again, when I play this, it's going to stall on the first few seconds, and then it's going to stall on the last few seconds. Now, why this happens, I don't know. And I keep forgetting to edit the video, so it cuts that out. But so you ever been in line in a drive-through to get a coffee, and you're
is
waiting?
This the one in Abbotsford?
I don't think so. I don't have a bearing on where this one was from.
Okay. Yeah.
I think you got too much espresso.
Get me my coffee! Get me my coffee! Why the fuck are you here arguing with me? It's super simple. Coffee in hand, I leave. Are you done? Coffee in hand, throw forward, leave. Everyone, shut the fuck up! I told you. Every time I have to fucking tell you. 7 fucking times. Extra large, dark roast, double. You get me my coffee. I roast, double.
Oh, I'm meant to pause that. I, for one, believe he has had too much espresso. Just saying.
And he gets out. He's gonna do something.
Oh, I went a little too far ahead there. Okay, now you got your coffee.
I can't believe they gave him a coffee after that.
What did he get out for?
Well, I have seen Washington plates in Vancouver, Chad, so it's possible.
What is he? Oh, there was a.
He's going around somebody.
Oh, there was a dude there. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sarah sent this to me when it happened. And it's just like. And that does look like a Washington plate. And like I said, me and Brody had 2 incidences at the one gas station with Americans. And it was unreal. Like, yeah, Brody held the door open for a gentleman. And was that 100% BC? Okay, well, and the guy said, I didn't ask. Okay, I'm quoting, not just cursing, so it doesn't count. The guy said, I didn't ask you to hold that fucking thing for me. And he was just Brody held the door for him. And then another one, this guy, like, this was like the cheapest gas in Seattle, I think. So the line was big, and this guy kind of butted ahead of everybody, and myself included. And I was next to go. And everyone was like, yeah, you should go beat him up. And I'm like, it's gas, folks. Like, you know. I know it was a Timmy's in the Lower Mainland. I just don't know, like, I think Sarah said where it was, but it doesn't matter. Like, ugh.
Yeah. If that guy's Canadian, I disavow.
Yeah, we don't want you no more.
Yep. Yeah, that's.
We don't want
it's
you
a coffee.
no more. No more.
It's a coffee. Who cares? Like, the amount of time he spent complaining, he could have been patiently waiting for probably half the time for them to get him the coffee.
Yeah.
It's coffee. I mean, come on. It's not life-saving surgery or something.
And I really like coffee. Yeah, but I couldn't imagine, you know, yelling at someone about that, you know?
Yeah, there may be a time and a place to yell at someone who is not doing their job to your liking, but I struggle to think of an actual decent example, so I'm not going to.
Yeah, I can't think of now. Okay, I can think of something. If you're driving through a construction site and you're doing the proper speed limit, you're in the lane you're supposed to be, and there's an asphalt machine, and one of the guys that is shoveling happens to throw a thing of hot asphalt on your vehicle, and some gets in your window and burns your leg, then you can stop and cuss someone out. You are fully within your rights. Now, there'll be other, but that's just off the top of my head what I'm thinking with someone you can... when the dude almost ran me over while I was flagging, I mother effed him pretty good, and I think I deserve to. But and he was working, so was I, because he was in a tanker truck. So yeah, I believe I was justified in cursing this guy out at his workplace.
If it could have caused bodily harm and they're intentionally or otherwise not paying attention to what they're doing, okay.
Well, just the quick setup. So it was a long stretch of highway. The zones are only supposed to be 3 kilometers, but on this hill with the bridge, we made it a little longer, right? So the signs are stretched out 1.2 kilometers. Okay, it is on a straight stretch, bald ass prairie in Alberta. At the time, I was probably weighing close to 400 pounds, wearing a fluorescent green set of coveralls with a stop paddle in my hand. This gentleman in a tanker truck almost runs me over and then claimed that, and by the time he stopped, I jumped out of the way. I was halfway down his second trailer. He proceeds to tell me that he did not see me or any of my signs. He goes to get out of the truck, and I look at him, and I'm like, you need to stay in that truck. Because if you get out of that truck, I am going to beat the piss out of you. So it is best that you get back in that truck and stay there. Yeah.
You know what I would have said if I were you? Bitch, you can see me from space.
No. Bitch, that doesn't count. Bitch is on TV. Bitch is an okay word. Take that out. No, we made that clear. I did say, when he said you couldn't see me, I said I look like a tie-dyed Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. And you don't see me? Yeah, he claimed he didn't see me. Yep. We had guys like in the same hill on the other side of the hill, like they had traffic backed all the way up, or the guy had traffic backed up because they were stop and go, and this this guy just passes all the vehicles. He's passing, so I finally get him stopped. Like, what are you doing? And he's like, "Well, I didn't realize where everybody was stopped, so I just passed them all." I didn't realize. So what I did? I made him stay there, and I let all the traffic go. Good. And then let him go at the end of the line.
Good. The hell with him. The hell with people like that.
Mm-hmm.
People who get on the shoulder. Oh, my exit is just up there. No one cares.
Mm-hmm.
We all have to wait at some point in time. You are not special. You're not special little snowflakes. What's the line from Fight Club? You are not. Yeah, I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I was thinking of you are not special. You're not like.
Wow, you got to have some big old cojones for that one. You're teaching this class wrong, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Doing it wrong, bro.
So, all right, you got one more Karen video before we get the hell out of here?
Yeah, you ever taken an Uber?
Yes, and it was actually very enjoyable. Both the ride, the 2 times I've done it.
Okay, well, I have never, and if I somehow ever become an Uber driver, I hope I never encounter this person.
Are you Ben?
Yes, I am. How are you doing today?
Can you do me a favor? Can you move the seat forward because it's hitting my knees at this point.
Yeah, no problem. Hold on.
It's very uncomfortable.
Is that better? Sorry about that.
Well, there's no point in saying sorry. It was already, it was already pushing on my knees, but that's what most of you Uber drivers do anyway. I'm not trying to come off rude, but
you are.
Can you hold on? I didn't even put my seatbelt on, sir. Can you please? I don't feel comfortable not wearing my seatbelt first. Can you, slow down? You in a rush? Because if you're in a rush, I'm going to panic. This right here is loose. This almost poked me.
All right.
This is broken.
It's probably for my past clients. They were probably rough with the seatbelt.
Yeah, well, you need to fix that because that could have stabbed me. And I wouldn't be happy if that happened. All right, I'm in. Now you can drive. You have the correct address there?
Yes.
I'm heading to... Are you familiar with this area, sir?
Yes, I am. So how are you doing today,
I've been
ma'am?
in several accidents. The last Uber driver, I was in the car, and he was speeding on a turn, and he hit the side rail. And quite honestly, I am scared getting in these vehicles, but unfortunately, my vehicle was totaled due to a drunk driver. So I'm kind of iffy on trusting people with my life. It's too hot in here. Can I lower this window or something?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
You like it really hot in here, man. It's like I'm in the Amazon. It's crazy in here. You're not hot?
A little bit.
Do you have air conditioner? I prefer the air conditioner.
Yeah. Hold
My
on.
hair's gonna get ruined.
Is that better?
If you could please point that the vents towards me, because it's like facing the window that direction. I think it should be facing me, don't you think? And why isn't it staying there? Yeah, why did it flip up like that?
Sorry, but these are loose for some reason.
Your seatbelt is really tight around my neck now.
Oh,
it really is tight. Has anybody else complained about this?
No, man, no, they have not. Huh? Well, then take it off.
No, I'm not going to take it off.
Well,
I need this for my protection.
do you want to
but
move
at
to the
same
left
time,
side?
it shouldn't choke me out while I'm in the back seat here. Plastic poked me when I got in. You have the seat back hitting my knees, okay? And now the vent stays up, which I'm not even getting air. It's like I'm not.
I got it on full blast
I'm
here.
not happy with
It's
with
literally
your
50.
vehicle.
I'm
sorry, I'm not knocking you.
It's 53 degrees outside, ma'am. You want to open up all the windows?
I'm not trying. No, I told you I don't want my hair. I'm going to an important meeting right now. Like I can't have my hair on.
You're having an important meeting at 7 p.m.
How is that your concern? What the fuck I do? Huh? How is it your concern, sir? I'm trying to explain to you. I'm not getting any ventilation right now. Okay? And I don't appreciate your smart remark about me having a meeting at 7 o'clock, which I'm going to be late because of you. You showed up late.
Sorry about that. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to make you as comfortable as possible here.
Well, you're doing a bad job at it. Let me tell you. You men are all.
Had a day for a Dunkin' Donuts, you stupid pig.
All the fucking same.
Are we?
How? Well, okay, he's all the same. All right. So we're gonna run. I don't know if Alma's still here, but we're gonna run down the typical thing we hear about men are the same. He hasn't asked to see your tits. He hasn't asked for your number. He hasn't wanted to say, "Hey, do you want to bang?" He hasn't done. So he's a tip because that's usually what you hear. Is men are all the same. All they want is sex and boobies and vaginas on their face. Blah blah blah. None of this has happened.
How you doing?
None of this has happened. Is this what men are all about, Kat? Is this what Bolo is all about? Not having your seatbelt correct and having it too warm and the vents are flopping like, oh, like.
Got smart remarks for everything. Here's the left right here that you have to take to Union.
I'm taking it. We're going West 22 Union and Hillside, ma'am.
Are you giving me an attitude, sir?
No, ma'am, I'm not.
All I have to do is report you to Uber, and so be it. You will be kicked off of this app, okay? Let me tell you, I've gotten other people kicked off.
Okay. Says we'll be there in 14 minutes.
Thank God. The quicker I am out of here, the better for you and me both. Do you know what the speed limit is here, sir?
Yes, it's 45.
So then why are you going 50?
I'm going 45.
You're going 49.
45.
I'm just letting you know. I don't like that. I don't like that.
I did not know that.
That's why
I'm starting to lean with what Frank said. I feel like this might be a little staged now.
I don't know. I tend to agree with the second half of his statement that it's not like there aren't people like this in real life. There definitely are. I've met them. I've encountered them.
Yes, me too. I've met them too, like when I'm doing like work on the roads and stuff. But this, I don't know. I just oof.
Because my knee is hurting.
Well, I didn't know that. I'm sorry. Okay, I don't know your life until you get inside this vehicle.
I'm not trying to tell you my life, okay?
But you told me your knee was hurting.
Yeah, that's why I was pissed that this freaking seat is leaning on my knee. You have to have consideration for passengers when they get in your car. And you don't question them where they're going. Do me a favor. Pull the fuck over next place. I don't want you taking me anywhere. I want another Uber driver. Because all you're doing is running that lip of yours. And don't nobody want to hear what you got to say.
Do you want to drop off or you want to keep going to the destination?
Drop me off at ShopRite.
Okay.
Fucking gotta get another Uber because of you. Right here, just pull over right here. Over there in the parking spot. I'm not gonna get out in the middle here.
All right.
God.
Well, that's pretty much the end of it anyway.
Wow. Oh God. Yeah, everything is everyone else's fault. Yeah.
I really think that's real. If it isn't, then kudos to those two actors.
Yep. Kudos indeed. All right. I need a song. I don't recommend a song. Do you have a song you're going to recommend?
Yeah. Bolo, I hate to be the grammar Nazi. I like what you're saying, but she needs to get, you know what? I guess on her face makes sense too, but the expression is in her face. But you know what? Punched on her face gets the point across. So I'm going to start saying that. You need to get punched on your face. I like that.
It. I like it.
I like it. Thank you, Bolo. You just started a meme, and we're going to steal it and give you no money or credit. Okay. Yes, Frank. Yes, thank you. And you live in the United States of America, and I've no doubt this video is from there, even though I did not source it properly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I have...
Don't correct him. I like this one. Don't correct him.
So I just corrected what I saw. So mine gonna have two songs from the same band. One's gonna be an acoustic version. One is the regular version of this song. It is the band Camino, and the song is called 2/14. So number 2 line. I love 12 waffle. I love that. 14. So the one on it's a catchy song with some keyboard in it. It's a really like do song, and they do an awesome acoustic version that's on YouTube. I love it. It's one of those songs that I put to the YouTube converter because I wanted it in my library. So yeah, the band Camino 2/14.
All right. The one I'm going to give, this band is German. Their genres are world beat, new age, down-tempo, electronica, ambient, and experimental. The song is called Epper si muove, EPPURSIMUOVE. I don't want to say dream pop, but it does have a kind of dreamy, ethereal sound to it. Enigma, if you remember, they had a track on Dance Mix. I think it was 94.
Age of Innocence, End of Innocence.
Return to Innocence, yes. Yeah.
I'm going to download that right now.
Yeah, I really like that track. And the reason I found that track is because I used to go to, I think it was Nothing Toxic. I used to go to that website every once in a while. And with people's profile pictures, you could hover your cursor over the profile picture, and if they had enabled it, it would play a short sound clip. And I can't remember whose it was, but a part of that song would play, and I was like, what song is that? What is that? And looking through their comments, I eventually found it. Fishing Chainsaw. Oh, nice. Hey, that's beautiful. Don't knock that.
I like it.
I love it.
So just if you're bored and want to kill, I don't know how long it is, but it's a YouTube video called Super Mario World Hardcore 2. It's a guy at beat plays Mario 2, and he has a voice for the whole thing. Love it. But there's this part in there where he gets the star. He's like, "Star, go!" He goes, "We need super happy music," and it's like this cool dance track. It's like do 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 do, and people have been looking to find out what this song is for years. If you go read the comments, people still can't figure out what song it is, and they won't tell.
Slow have not been the same. Well, I'm going to plug that into my YouTube machine right now. Listen to it after the fact. Hey,
you don't recommend songs. This isn't your show. You want to recommend songs? Get your own show. How dare you? Don't dip in my Kool-Aid, motherfucker.
You know what? This show is somewhat charitable in that we're giving a voice to the voiceless, the weak, and the downtrodden. And that is Chad.
I'm going to say the old, but all right. You're going to call him
that too. It's all encompassed in the word old.
One thing together, right?
Yes.
All right. Let's wrap it up.
Yeah, we're getting out of here. So thank you all for watching. All of you being Ryan, Chad, Frank, good to see you again. Freak Nasty, good to see you. Steven, thanks for the like. Bolo and Alma. You have been here since day one, but then again, so is Ryan. Would you like to fight for supremacy?
I think I'll be live later going through some. What time? I'm tired, so.
And it's 10:27 where Frank is, and
Why are you
hi.
still awake? Are you on cocaine?
No,
Is
Frank survives.
Frank's a cocaine bear?
Frank survives on bitterness.
Oh, well, fair enough. Whatever gets through the day, I guess.
Thank you, Frank. It's really good to see you again.
Yes, Frankie.
Yes.
Hey, so I need everyone to cross their dicks together and stuff. They're calling for snow next Monday, and I'm on call.
We had snow here in the past few days. Good Lord, it's been terrible.
Yeah, it's supposed to actually snow quite a bit. So everyone cross their fingers and penises because I'm on call on Monday.
I hope no one changed over their winter tires to their all seasons or their summer tires yet.
Absolutely not. Not till at least till the end of April. The technology's changed, folks. You can run your tires a little longer. It's not like back in the 80s when they would literally peel apart in the heat. They'll last. So thank you, Bolo. Thanks for sticking around, man. I hope you enjoyed the show with two crazy Canadians.
Muchas gracias, senor.
Well, 15 minutes. All right.
Who we haven't seen in a while, Hanema, Overseer, Really, Casey, Penny, Trish, Jen, Corey and Trevor, Trevor G, both Jolene's, and a shout out to Gareth. Next week.
Big Red.
Yes. Where is that pishy human being? I miss her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next week, Monday, March the 6th, marks episode 100 of Alex and the Garbage Man. And I've said this before, if you don't stay for the whole show, that is okay. But please stay, if you can, for the first 4 minutes and 50 seconds, something like that. Because I put some time into this one. Some time. It's going to look rushed and put together wrong, but I don't care. It took me time to do this one.
No, I appreciate everything to do with this stuff because I'm just the guy that babbles for an hour and a half. You're just kind of filler sometimes, and I really appreciate all the work that you do in between when I need to take a breath or if I'm fighting with my cable internet provider. So,
Alex, also known as Filler. That's going to be my new handle, I think.
Alex, the Filler Man.
Oh, yes, because you got the Garbage Man. I'm going to be Alex the Filler and then the Garbage Man.
Alex the Filler and the Garbage Man. That works.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much. I hope we're not keeping you, Frank. We're out of here now. Thank you, and good night.